Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Tilehurst End YouTube channel for another weekly roundup. Before we get into the video, make sure to like, but most importantly, subscribe and turn that notification bell on so that you never ever miss an upload. So this is coming a bit later to you this week because of the FA Cup third round draw, which has just been drawn. And in my opinion, we have a pretty disappointing draw. It's Luton away. Obviously, we played them already in the Carabao Cup earlier in the season, where we put pretty much a second string team out and lost 1-0 at the Majewski. I was hoping for a big team, so maybe I could just do a bit of a reaction to that, but no, just Luton away. To be honest, usually with us being so poor, I liked us to go on a bit of a cup run and just get some easy teams. But now that we're doing well and we might actually be going for promotion, dare I say it, I do actually not want to be in the FA Cup, so I was hoping that we get a big team just so they can knock us out and just we could get back on and focus on the season solely. But Luton away, so we still might lose. Obviously, they did beat us earlier in the season. Luton are a quality side; we can't underestimate them at all. But I'd rather a bigger team just to knock us out. But it'll still be an interesting game. Played on the weekend, January the 9th or 10th. It'll probably be a January the 9th, 3 p.m. fixture, as I doubt many people are going to be wanting to watch Luton Reading over the likes of Marine Tottenham. So, yeah, so that's the FA Cup draw. Pretty poor, but now let's get into this week's news. So we're just going to kick it off with the game on Wednesday night at the Den. Millwall 1, Reading 1. Overall, first half, very poor from both sides, really. Nothing really much in it. Millwall probably had more chances, therefore they probably deserved to go into half-time winning a beautiful Jed Wallace free kick. Raphael was doing nothing about it. The way it just went up and then down again, the dip on it was fantastic and there was no way that he was getting to it. So a very good free kick, and we go into half-time losing 1-0. Off that performance, I was there going, I don't know how well we're going to do in that second half. But usually we never play well for a full 90 minutes. We do bad for 45 and then good all the other way around. And we played better in the second half. We grew, we had a lot more confidence, and then came the goal. Lucas Shaw, a brilliant ball by Michael Elise. First time over the defence, straight onto Lucas Shaw, who hits it hard and low through Bielkowski's legs, and then it hits his left leg and goes into the bottom left corner. And then there were a lot of chances that either team could have won it. Millwall had two or three clear-cut chances. Ryan Leonard missed a header from 6 yards out. I don't know how he missed it. Jed Wallace also was played across. Jed Wallace tries to poke it in. It just goes straight at Raphael. And then the 95th minute, Lucas Shaw picked it up on the right-hand side of the edge of the box. And you're thinking, with the types of goals that we had, it was like the Coventry one as well, if anyone remembers that. We know that he's got the quality to put it away from that angle. So when he got the ball there, I was like, there's no way. And it just skims past the post, just a yard away. So unlucky in that regard. But overall, I'll take a point at the Den. Millwall are now, after this game, they drew on Saturday again. So now they've drawn 5 times in a row, 3 of them being 0-0s and 2 being 1-1, including us. So, yeah, I'll take a point at the Den. It's Millwall away is always going to be a tough fixture, but coming away from there with a point, I think, is pretty easy. Then came some pretty sad news, as many Reading fans will know from on Friday morning, that Blue Collar Street Food will not be outside Reading again. The club have decided to exit. Blue Collar said that they have to let you know that Reading have decided not to renew their contract for the outside catering act. The mad sad with the caterer who sells the food and beer inside the ground now also controlling the outside areas too. So Reading have basically just taken the money and have not really thought about it. And a lot of fans are against this decision, myself included. Some of the images that they had drawn out of what they wanted, a coupled corner outside the stadium, and the pictures that they put out just makes it look lovely. And it gives a lot of incentive for fans to go to the game early and have a pint, have some food, have some lunch, speak to people. A very sociable area, obviously permitting COVID. It looked like a really good idea, and it was nice to see that they had plans, and it would have been so unique to have that. It would make away days for people coming to the stadium. Usually they come to the Majewski and they're like, oh, Reading boring, it's a crap stadium, blah, blah, blah. But now if we did have that, then I go, oh, well, there was actually a really good match day because they had this brilliant bit outside where people go and get food, etc. Same for the home fans as well. I usually just stay in the car until like 2:30, walk into the stadium and just go straight up, get some food and drink from inside beforehand. Whereas if there was a bit more sociable outside, I might want to go outside, maybe get some more food from there. They had some terrific figures. Said their sales went up by 120% last season, which was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, really sad that they have done this. There is a petition going around, so if you do want to sign that, that'd be really appreciated. I have already signed it to change it, and hopefully Reading do reinstate blue collar food. But yeah, something not about football necessarily, but something that does mean a lot to the community. But I'm hoping that Reading can bring it in. It would make us so unique in the country, and many other teams, clubs, fans might look at it and go, "Oh, I like what they've done. Maybe we could do that too." Hopefully, we could have started something maybe around the country for many clubs to kind of make that match day experience just that little bit better. And it'd been nice if Reading would have been the first to do that, because that's, like I said before, everyone sees Reading match day is just not that great. But hopefully they could make that just that little bit better. So very sad. And then we get on to some much happier news. 3 points on Saturday, 3-1 home win against Bristol City. Mate, Zhao and Ajaria all with the goals. Absolutely fantastic performance. Probably one of our best performances this season, up there with the likes of the Derby game. Um, there wasn't really much wrong. The only negative that I can think of, and we'll get the negative out of the way, is that I feel like if we'd taken our chances, we probably could have been 3 or 4 up by half time. But besides that, absolutely immaculate. Nothing wrong with it at all. I thought our attack just looked fantastic. Mate and Ajaria down the wings, Elise in the middle. We'll get to him in a minute. Lucas Zhao again seems to be a thing that he likes to do, where he'll pick up the ball and he'll do like a weird turn. But it always seems to get the defenders. It always works. But he seems to turn and then just smack it first time on whatever foot he's rolled onto. It's quite a nice thing as well. But it just shows like the third goal where Mate just passes it across. Lucas Shaw just turns and just hits it with his left foot, bottom corner. Daniel Bentley, no stopping it. Dan Bentley actually probably kept Bristol City in the game, to be honest. A couple of really good saves. Obviously, that Mate bicycle kick attempt was, again, it was going to be like a Rotherham thing. Again, brilliant chest control, and to bring it down, to smack it like that as he did into the bottom corner, the accuracy that he did, I thought was a brilliant finish that it was going to be. But Dan Bentley was quick off his feet, and he managed to push it past the post out for a corner, I think. But overall, really good. What was it? I think it was the second goal. Michael Elise with probably, I'd say one of his 2 assists this week has to be the best assist of the championship this season. Because I personally, off the top of my head, trying not to be biased, I haven't seen anything that good. He picks up the ball, someone's closing him down, he hits it with the outside of his left foot, and it just goes straight through, and Mate just runs onto it. It's just a brilliant ball. I can't describe how good it was. You have to go and watch it yourself. If you haven't watched it, you must have been living under a rock. It was a fantastic assist, fantastic goal as well. Dan Bentley probably could have done better, to be fair, against Mate, but luckily he didn't, and Mate managed to calmly slot it into the bottom hand corner. And then the first goal as well, obviously, lucky deflection, Ajaria picking up on the left-hand side, cuts in on his right foot, shoots, and then it deflects off Zach Viner into the bottom corner. Not much that Bentley could do about that one, but just fantastic. Although one thing that I do want to talk about, Taylor Moore, how that wasn't a red card is beyond me. There was a picture on Twitter. He has literally dived in, studs up, both feet, no control. His whole body's on the ground, off the ground, sorry, and he just dives in and Josh Laurent. Luckily, he jumps out of the way, but if he had gone down, that has to be a red. But for the attempt alone, like, he took a very heavy touch, but you don't dive in like that at all. I don't know how that was just a yellow. It was absolutely ridiculous. So, overall, but yeah, just really good, really happy moment. 4 points from 6. If you had said to me we took 4 points from Bristol City at home and Millwall away this time last week, I would have definitely taken it. Now see ourselves in 5th. We were 4th, but Swansea did beat Forest on the Sunday kickoff, so midday kickoff. So they are now 4th. We just a quick preview for this week's games. Sheffield Wednesday away on Wednesday in front of the Sky cameras for both games this week, but we've got Sheffield Wednesday, ironically in Sheffield on a Wednesday. That is the first day where fans are allowed back in the grounds. Unfortunately, fans won't be at that game because Sheffield is in Tier 3. But Sheffield Wednesday will be a tough one. They're near the bottom of the league, not doing very well, but every game in the Championship is a tough one. I would take, obviously I'd take a draw, but I think I'd like to think we should be able to win that one. Tony Pulis obviously very good defensively, but I feel like with how good our attack is at the moment, I feel like we could undo them. And you could say the same for our game on Saturday. Early kickoff, Nottingham Forest back at the Majestic, and finally fans are going to be back at the Majestic. 2,000 fans will be allowed back in for the return of the Royals. And yeah, I'm massively excited for the people that are allowed to go. I think they've done it so that there's 4,000. So with the fans that can go in, first priority is the fans that had a season ticket last year that bought it again before the October 2nd deadline for this season. And so their first priority. And then how they've done that down is whoever has 4,100 plus loyalty points. There has been a little criticism about this as barely any fans have 4,100. My uncle's been going since before the Majeski season ticket hold every year, and he only has 3,900. So I don't really know how you get that much, but either way, I think it's pretty unfair. I think if they had done it based on who's got the most loyalty points over the last 5 years, so you have the more recent fans, then I think that might be more lucky, more deserved. Sorry. But yeah, so that's the way they're doing it. And then for the games after, they say the next game, I think it's Birmingham at home the following Wednesday. Whoever out of that didn't go to the Forest game are the first priority for the Birmingham game, and then it's for the people who did go to the Forest game. If that makes sense. So yeah, luckily it's nice to see fans back in. We are in tier 2, so only 2,000. We're not in tier 1. So only 4,000. So 4,000 would be allowed in tier 1. So hopefully we can get to tier 1 very soon. I'm hoping to be able to get to the Luton game on Boxing Day. I do miss the Majeski, to be honest. And I think with the return of fans, I've been thinking about this for a while. I don't want us to be known as that club that have no, just tin pot, just no fans at all. We don't sing, we don't do anything. Because really, people take the piss out of us for that. And it is what it's like. Where I sit in the, I've forgotten what the stand's got. I want to say the West Stand. I've forgotten what it's called, which is absolutely stupid to me. We've got the drums to my right, and it's just the same chants all over again. Obviously, the fans right next to the Y26, right next to the away fans, and then the ones in the what are Club 871. Obviously, they sing loads of different chants a lot louder. I don't want that to just be there. I want that to be everywhere around the stadium. Obviously, we're not allowed to sing, chant, whatever, but I don't want to be known as this club that's the tin pot anymore. I don't like. I just want it to be. I just want us to be a lot louder, and I want us to be more passionate. And I think with where I haven't gone to games for so long, my last game was the Barnsley home game at the end of February where we won 2-0. I feel a lot more passionate about being a Reading fan. When Reading lose, it hurts more. When we win, it feels so much better. And I'm so excited to go back to the Majeski. I didn't think I'd be this excited for it, to be honest. But I'm very much hoping I can get into that game because I'm very excited to be coming back. I can't wait to just go back and hopefully we do get 3 points on the day. But either way, I don't think it'll still be a great day, even if we do lose. Because I think I'm very excited for the fans that do get to go back on Saturday. I hope they do enjoy it, take it in, because you never know, we might go back into tier 3. So I'd make the most of it while you've got it, just in case things do get worse with the whole COVID situation. But yeah, fantastic news that fans are allowed back in stadiums, and I'm very excited for the people that get to go in on Saturday. But with the terms of Nottingham Forest, their style of play is pretty much the same as Wednesday. They are, but also down near the bottom. They did lose 1-0 at home to Swansea. They've got players that can hurt us. Anthony Knockaert, who's not really liked by many Reading fans after his time at Brighton. And they've got players like him, Joe Lolly, Lewis Graben as well, that can cause us problems. Although I do think Graben's injured. I think he's returned to training. But either way, they're both going to be tough games. I'll take, again, 4 points from 6. I feel like if we do take 2, with where we are at the moment, going for probably playoffs at this moment in time, if we can take 4 points. I don't want to lose this week, but I don't want to draw 2. I want to win 1 and draw 1, whatever way around that is. I don't mind. But 4 points from this week would be fantastic, and hopefully it'll be a very good week. But yeah, overall, a lot happened this week, but hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Well, we're not get back to winning ways. The fact that I've said that, it means I'm used to Reading losing. Hopefully we can continue winning. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I know I've rambled on a lot, but thank you very much for watching this week's weekly roundup. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, and most importantly, subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss an upload. If you haven't checked out the podcast as well from yesterday, please do. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.